We got to air it out. Let's air it out. So we got to air it out. Let's air it out. So
how do you say that? Air it out. Air it out.
Air it out.
What's going on, guys? It's your boy Jerome, and we are back with the Air It Out podcast. Obviously, Juan's not here, so shout out to Juan. I know you're watching, so we're happy to have you watching.
We got the CEO on, y'all.
We got me on here, Jerome Jones, aka Mr. CEO, aka Mr. Go Eagles, aka Mr. Fire Howie, aka Mr. Go Blue, aka Mr. Let's go. I am back in the building. It is back. It is back, guys. I want to introduce everybody else in here. Obviously, y'all all know the other panelists, but let's introduce them. My man down here, Mr. Avery Collins, aka ATL all the way, aka Rise Up, aka Comeback Season Not in Session, aka Mr. Oh my God. How you doing, Avery?
I'm good, man. We got the CEO on. It's just about to be real out here. You know what I'm saying?
Let's go. And obviously, we want to introduce my guy over here. Y'all all know him, Mr. Darius Riddick, aka Mr. Stidham Season, aka Mr. Cam Season, aka predicted the Broncos to win the playoffs a couple of years ago. Actually 2 years in a row. Actually, he did that 2 years in a row. Darius, how you doing, man?
Man, that's not the introduction I was looking forward to. But I will say this, man. The Belichick Revenge Tour starts March 17th. That's all I'm saying. I ain't gonna say nothing else. That's all I'm saying. It begins March 17th.
Definitely. And we got my man Juan over here checking us out.
Yes, sir.
What's up, Juan? Thank you for checking us out. And we are definitely happy to have him on here, even though he's not on the podcast today, but he's actually in our hearts. He's in here, and obviously I'm not going to be as good as him, but we're going to do what we can in the meantime. So we're going to have Darren in here eventually. We hope. We don't know what's going on with him, so pray for him, make sure he's okay. But let's get into some football, man. We're going to talk some football, and let's get right into it because we got some big news. Obviously, this week was all franchise tag week, so a lot of players got franchise tags. We got one big signing that we're about to talk about, and we're going to have a good game show right after this, which is called Name That Free Agent. So we're going to get right into that, but let's talk about that big signing. Mr. Dak is walking to the bank. My man got paid big. He got a $38 million year deal, something like that.
40.
I'm sorry, 40.
160.
160.
126 million
guaranteed. And Juan says, revenge tour, huh? More like oh man. But we're gonna get right into this, man. My man Johnny says, "What's up, Jerome? What's up to you, Johnny? Thank you for coming into the chat as well." But we're gonna talk about this deal because it is a huge deal, the biggest guarantee deal in NFL history. I want to know what you guys think about it. Was it worth it? Was it worth the wait? Who won the deal? Let's get right into it. Avery, I want to start with you. What you think about this deal for Dak Prescott?
So to answer one of your questions, you said, was it worth the wait? Absolutely not. He should have gotten paid earlier. I think they could have probably saved some money if they had done it earlier, if they had got the deal done earlier. But I love the fact that he did get paid. I hate the fact that he's playing for the Cowboys, but whatever, shout out to Dak. He got paid, and I'm happy for him in that regard. I believe he got a $66 million signing bonus with that deal, which is crazy. Which I believe is the most in NFL history as well. I love. So your question, who's the biggest winners? I think they both made out pretty well. He's going to be I think it's a $21 million or $22 million cap hit this year. The following year, maybe 27. Like I think in year 4 of the contract is when it goes up to around 40 something million as far as the cap hit. And by then, they'll probably be looking at either extending or restructuring the deal with an extension in order to obviously make the cap hit less. So I think they both made out extremely well. You get your guy. It's not an extreme cap hit, and I think they did it phenomenally with what we know about the salary cap going into this season. It's going to be lower, significantly lower. So I think that they won in that regard, and I think Dak wins in getting his $40 million and still getting the amount of years that he wanted. Somebody said Lamar and Allen are going to top that. I would say Josh Allen maybe, but Lamar, in my opinion, doesn't deserve it. And that's just my opinion. I don't think he deserves to top it. Maybe something around that range, but to top it, I mean, Dak is a more decorated NFL player at this point in his career. He's done more for his team. I mean, honestly, if we're really talking about it, he probably would have been an MVP consideration last year had he played the entire year and not gotten hurt. He's been an MVP consideration before, but he was a rookie, so there you have it. Lamar does have does have an MVP to his credit, but Dak has been into an NFC Championship game. He's got a Rookie of the Year. He's got, so he's a more decorated quarterback at this point in his career. So I think he should get something around that range. So I'm not trying to disrespect Lamar saying, oh, he's not, he's worth that type of money, but more than that, I don't think so. So I'm happy for Dak, and I'm appreciative. I want Dak out of Dallas, but that's definitely obviously not going to happen anytime soon. So.
I mean, as an advocate Eagles fan, I would have loved him not to be there, but I also love the fact that the Cowboys are going to be tied up to so much money that they're going to be pretty much in the same position as us soon, I think, at least. But we'll see. I'm just hating. But to get back to Juan's point, he says that don't let Darren hear you that slander. Lamar Jackson has MVP.
There was no slander. There was no slander. Like I said, I think he deserves that type of money, just not more money than what Dak. I mean, like I said, it's as simple as that. Like if he gets 38, 39, 40 mil, I'm like, yeah, that's deserving. But I don't think he's deserving of, Patrick Mahomes type money. Absolutely not. Like I don't see it. But anywhere around that range, yeah, for sure. The market the market says that he deserves that, and the market dictate what the quarterbacks get, and he deserves something around that range.
Well, we know that that is Darren's team. So with that being said, let's introduce the man, Mr. Darren Braxton, aka Coach, aka #350, aka Stiff Arm. Mr. Darren Braxton. What's going on, Darren?
What's going on, people? What's going on? Nah, it wasn't slander, man. It wasn't slander, but expect him to get 42. We gonna do better than Dak now. Come on, man. I'm not saying 45. We ain't Pat Mahomes now, but we gonna get that 42, and especially if we get that second playoff win this year. The man went to the playoffs every single year. Dak has not went to the playoffs every single year. He's a 1 year on, 1 year off. 1 year on, 1 year off. Every year he's been in the league, Lamar Jackson has been to the playoffs. So
now I can agree there, but would you want him to get $42 million? I mean, because you got to think about it. I get from a fan standpoint, like you want your quarterback to be, and he deserves and yada yada yada. But at the same time, you want to be able to keep players around him. Lamar is one of those guys who needs certain things around him, just like Dak is, right? They can't, quote unquote, carry a team like, let's say, a Patrick Mahomes or an Aaron Rodgers that we've seen them do. So my whole thing is you don't want to have too much money tied up in that position and not be able to build around him. Now, before he says Dak has more to prove to give him that money. What has he done losing season after losing season? Well, number one,
I don't even think I'll say that as an Eagles fan. But
listen, Jason Garrett is no longer there, and we saw what he's done.
And he hasn't had a losing season.
I was going to say, like you got to remember, Dak started to progress again because Jason Garrett's not there, and then he got hurt, right? And Dak, okay, he's never been to an NFC Championship.
Divisional round. It was a divisional round.
Yeah, whatever. Either way, my point is Dak is he's more decorated, and at this point in his career, he as far as passing yards, he's shown that he's a better passer currently than Lamar Jackson. I'm not saying he's leaps and bounds ahead of him or anything like that, but from what their offensive style, and I think that to Darren's point, like I think the offensive style obviously is going to dictate what they do with Lamar. Me and him, and I think all of us agree they should let him throw the ball more. So that's not his fault per se, but the proof is in what we've seen so far. Dak is, like I said, he handles the media well. He's clutch in the fourth quarter. He doesn't, turn the ball over a lot. I mean, for me, and he does everything that you want from a quarterback. So for me, I think he deserves that money. Again, I don't think he deserves, Patrick Mahomes type money. I don't think, anybody other than Patrick Mahomes deserves that type of money.
Johnny, I'm starting to think you're an Eagles fan, man. But let's give Darius a chance to talk about this contract. What do you think about this contract, Darius?
I like it. I think, to Avery's point, it took longer than expected, but I think Dallas' approach was, let's get, Amari Cooper, let's get his weapons signed first. Let's, get the offensive line signed first, then we worry about that. That way we're not signing him first and then we're scrambling to get weapons and we can't afford those type of weapons. So I kind of understand that approach, because you got to think Amari Cooper's on the books for the next, 4 years. Zeke has, I think, 3 or 2 years left on his contract. So he's still going to have his weapons there. But I think, like I said, man, it's a good contract this year. You look at, yeah, he does. You look at what Dak did this season, right? Like MVP candidate before he, the injury, right? He was on pace to throw for 6,000 yards. He had literally every game was 300 plus yards. Like this guy was literally going to break records, and then unfortunately he got hurt. So we don't know how Dallas was going to play if Dak was still going to be here. So I think he's worth the money. Obviously, he's not worth Patrick Mahomes' money. Only person that's worth Patrick Mahomes' money is, like Avery said, Patrick Mahomes. If he would have got paid more than Patrick Mahomes, then I would agree with the tweet saying he's overpaid. But I think he's in that neck of the woods where he needs to be. He's making $40 million a year, which I think, last year when we had the conversation, should he make $40 million a year? I definitely was one that's like, no, he has to prove himself. And then this year, playing the games that he played, I believe he played 5 games or 6 games. He showed that he can carry an offense. And he still led the league in pass yards for like 2 weeks after his injury, which is really impressive. So I definitely think he's worth the contract.
Avery, you look like you got a quick question. What's on your mind, man?
I just want to pose this question to you guys. Like, I'm going to name a couple quarterbacks. Are you taking Dak over these quarterbacks right now? Right? All right. You guys ready? Okay. Tom Brady.
No.
I'm going to say no, but just because of age.
Okay.
So I'm going to age.
No, so you're saying you're taking Tom Brady over Dak, or you're taking
because Tom Brady.
Yeah, I'm taking Tom over Dak right now.
I'm taking Tom. Yeah, I'm taking Tom over Dak because of experience and because the man know how to win.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
I'm okay. If you're talking about making a franchise, Dak is a lot younger, and he is.
If that perspective,
I said right now. I said right now, because right now we're talking about for the future. Okay, so like I said, that's Tom Brady. So next one, Jared Goff. Who are you taking?
Dak.
Give me Dak.
Hey,
Dak.
Carson Wentz. Who are you taking?
Dak.
Okay. Okay.
I'll be honest. I think I might actually take Carson with his close right now.
Okay. Baker Mayfield.
Dak.
Baker.
Okay.
I'm taking Baker right now with his situation. You said for right now into the future. I'm taking Baker on
that. That's fair.
Listen. Okay. Let's go with. Here's one. Matthew Stafford.
Dak.
So my point is, Dak is better than a lot of these players that are getting this type of money. You're saying you would take him over that, but then we're saying that he's overpaid. The quarterback position is always overpaid. We all know that, but the market dictates, And because Deshaun Watson got $39 million, and Dak is more accomplished at this point in his career than Deshaun, you pay him more than him, but he's not as accomplished as Patrick Mahomes, so you don't pay him that money. He gets $40 million. It's as simple as that.
I agree with you. I agree. I don't think he's overpaid. You got people who said he's overpaid. I don't think he's overpaid. He's in the playing field that he needs to be in. He's in the pay that he needs to be. Like I said, if he got paid more than Patrick Mahomes, then I'd be like, now that comes the question, he's overpaid. But he's right where he needs to be. And he proved it this season with the amount of games that he played in before the injury. Literally, before the injury, Dak was an MVP candidate. He had a lot of questions coming in. Can he do it? He's playing on a franchise tag. You know, is he worth $40 million? This, that, and the third. He has a new coach. And he went out there for the first 5-6 games and proved everyone that he can do it.
And correct me if I'm wrong, prior to this season, he had never missed a day.
Never missed a game. Never.
I'm taking Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, I'll take Deshaun. That's the only exception, Deshaun.
But again, I think Deshaun Watson is not only just one of the most underrated quarterbacks. I think he's one of the most underrated players in this league. So that's one of those. But I think the same thing about Dak. I think people do not give Dak the credit that he deserves. I'm not saying that he's elite or anything like that. But what I am saying is do not undervalue what Dak does for that team. We saw the fall off when Dak left that team. That's all. So that's all I'm saying.
Well, let's move on because we got a lot to talk about, and I want to talk about there's other players that are either getting signed or not getting signed with the franchise tag. So let's get right into that. We're going to talk about what are the biggest tagged or non-tagged surprises of our Tuesday deadline that we just went over. So I'm gonna start with you, Darius. Who is the biggest surprises to you that just happened?
As far as getting tagged, I know the Jaguars offensive tackle. I can't remember I don't know his name by the top of my head, but I know they franchise tagged them. For me, that was a little question mark just because the Jags have the most cap space. Now I understand that the tackle position is pretty high as far as how much they get in a year just in franchise tag. So that was kind of a little head scratcher to me. I thought they would be able to get a long-term deal done. Like I said, if you got the most cap space, pay your players. Maybe they know something that we don't know. But, the thing about the franchise tag is they have until July 15th to get a long-term deal done. So I think, maybe you give them the franchise tag and you work towards a long-term deal. But the biggest surprise, man, it's a lot. I'm going to go with Kenny Gallaudet out of Detroit. I really thought they were going to franchise tag him just because you bring in a guy like Jared Goff and he needs weapons. So now that tells me that either you're going to re-sign him to a long-term deal or you're going to go in and build your offense in the draft and draft a wide receiver. Allen Robinson, I definitely
agree with that, by the way.
That's not really a surprise. I just think that was going to happen. He wants to play in Chicago. He talked about wanting to play in Chicago. So I think we gotta understand with the franchise tag, they still have time to get a long-term deal done. It's not like they're gonna play on the franchise tag. So we have to understand. It's just it's one of those things like, all right, we got until a few months to get a deal done. Hunter Henry, I thought he was gonna get franchise tag. I definitely think going to year 2, they was gonna give him the franchise tag just because of the numbers he put up. And you give a guy like Justin Herbert going to year 2, a nice little safe security blanket at the tight end position. You got to get your franchise tag him and then try to work on a deal. So those are two guys. Those are some of the guys who I was surprised I got it and didn't get it.
Definitely. To go back on what Juan was saying, he said that Robinson is a tag and trade. I don't believe that is going to happen. I think the Chicago Bears really want Allen. Allen Robinson, like you said, Allen Robinson wants to be in Chicago, but he don't want to be under the tag. So he's probably going to be mad about that. And to get to Juan's point of Aaron Jones not being tagged on the Green Bay, I personally don't think that any team really wants to tag a running back at this point.
Yeah.
So it's either you sign him or you don't sign him. So I personally don't think that. Avery, what do you think of who's your biggest surprises?
I mean, I got a couple. I mean, so I agree that I think that with Allen Robinson, I think that Chicago wants to get a long-term deal done with him. Mm-hmm. I think he wants to be there if they get rid of the quarterbacks. If they get the quarterback situation correct. Like if they can get Deshaun Watson or Russell Wilson.
Can we please get this man a quarterback? He's been in this league too long without quarterback.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
and he's been paying him numbers.
Come to Foxborough.
So I think if he can get a quarterback, then he doesn't mind staying in Chicago. But I think that if it is a situation where they're not able to land a quarterback that he wants or that can be productive or that he sees production from, then I think he'll be extremely upset. And I don't think he'll, want to sign a long-term contract there, especially because, like I said, he's still young. I think he's 27. So he's in the prime of his career right now. One surprise that was a surprise for me was Chris Godwin. I understand why they tagged him because he had a down year. Cam at QB, Juan, stop playing. You're not playing.
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah, QB.
Deshaun Watson.
That's right. Cam. I'm trying to tell y'all, Cam about to go crazy if he can.
It's not schedule season no more. We gave up on that.
If Cam gets a full all season and he can rock out and get some weapons, Cam is going to do his thing. Let's not forget, prior to the injury, the man, he was on fire. So, like I said, the reason I'm surprised with Chris Godwin is not because, like I said, he had a down year compared to the year before, but Antonio Brown is somebody that I think that you would want to keep, right? You franchise tag him and get the long-term deal done with the younger receiver, in my opinion. That's how I would have done it. So that's why it was, and I said that on the show before. I think so. That for me was a surprise. I think another surprise for me was Leonard Williams. I think he should be a long-term deal type guy. Like, I think that the Giants know what they've gotten him. In the last 2 years, he's played extremely well. This is going to be a second year going on the franchise tag. Now, let's remember they have a month to sign the franchise tag, right? So nothing's set in stone right now, but they have a month to sign the franchise tag and everything like that. But those two, I guess, were like two of the biggest ones that were shocks to me. You were talking about Cam Robinson in Jacksonville. I'm not surprised with that, only because I think, depending on what they do in the draft, if they're going to go with a quarterback and everything like that, I think if they go with a quarterback in the draft, then they'll sign him to a long-term deal. But I think if they are looking at, trying to make some moves, that's the reason that the franchise tag was placed on him. I guess one I'm surprised that I didn't see a franchise tag go to. Where is he at? Goodness gracious, I just had it on my list, but let me see if I can grab it in about 10 seconds out of my head.
Well, while you think about that, I want to kind of iterate some of the players that you already talked about. So the AB not getting tagged instead of, Chris Godwin is getting tagged instead of AB.
Thank you. That was it.
I think that
Kenny Gallaudet.
That's what I said.
Yeah. So I think what you want to do with AB is that I think that you can get him for cheaper. So I think that's why they think pin him on that tag. I think they can get him for a lot cheaper, especially with Tom Brady being there, being that kind of mentor to AB. He really likes Tom Brady, and I think that AB will. I think they think that AB will sign on for a lesser deal, especially only not having the full season last year, and still in that let's see how you act kind of grace period kind of thing, like a probation kind of area. So I think that might be the issue with that, and that's why they think, all right, let's tag Chris Godwin, who's a lot younger and have a longer promising career, and then have AB the older veteran but has some trouble issues on the side, that kind of thing. So that's my opinion where I think they did that. And it was something else you said, but I forgot. But let's give Darren a chance to talk. So who is your biggest surprise tags or non-tags?
People, why haven't I heard Shaq Barrett yet? Did I miss it? Did I miss Shaq Barrett not getting tagged? The man's been a dominant beast for the last 2 years on the end.
I believe he was. I believe he was tagged.
He wasn't.
No, he wasn't.
He wasn't.
He's on the same team as Chris Godwin.
He didn't get
He should have
tagged.
got tagged instead of Godwin. Godwin could have went somewhere else. They could have re-signed AB for less money, and they still have, I believe it is, what is the kid's name? Tyler Johnson, as well as Scotty Miller, and they still already have Mike Evans.
Brady don't care about that.
Like that doesn't
Brady
make
won
sense.
his weapons. You don't care about his defense.
I don't care what Brady won.
Oh,
Brady
you
needs a
do.
defense.
After he got you a Super Bowl, you're gonna care what
Brady
Brady.
needs a defense.
That's a good point.
Brady's not won a Super Bowl without a defense.
Shaq
No,
was
you're
tagged,
right. I'm just saying he feels like he needs his weapons.
Shaq was tagged last year. I agree with Juan. I think he's going to
It
get a
would cost
long-term deal.
more.
I think he's going to get a long-term deal. However, I personally, and this is my personal opinion, I'm not sold on Shaq Barrett. Yeah, I said it. I'm not sold. I think he's a product of his environment. The fact that you got Ndamukong Suh and Jason Pierre-Paul and the likes of that, I think that he benefits from those players being on his defensive line and having a linebacker behind him that he does. Now, I'm not saying that he's a scrub. He is not Vic Beasley. I'm not going to go that far. But I'm not sold as him being like a premier pass rusher in the league just yet. Just my opinion. But
when that man gets paid $18 and $19 million easily this year, hey, I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. But one of my biggest tags that I didn't like, actually, Kenny Gallaudet. I think the Lions should have let Kenny Gallaudet walk and started over at the wide receiver position fully.
He didn't get
Draft
tagged.
the wide receiver high.
he didn't get tagged.
He didn't get tagged.
I thought I saw he got tagged.
They let him walk.
Yeah, I'm happy he's not tagged then. Very happy he's not tagged because he's not worth it for me. I'm sorry. He's not. The guy's always hurt, and when he is on the field, yes, he's productive, but he's hurt too much for me. I'm sorry. I can't do it. Especially when you have a new guy coming in, a new head coach, new GM. Start fresh. You already pulled your quarterback in. Get your number one wide receiver that you really wanted. That's the main guys. And as well, for my Ravens, I just got to say this now. Why has Ngakoue not got tagged? Like, what? Matt Judon didn't get tagged? Neither one. We have no edge rushers at this point. So, you understand why none of them got
Lamar
tagged.
we trust.
Well, we'll circle back to the Ravens, man.
Listen, I got to, man. It is what it is. But, hey, other than that, I do like the tags. I definitely like the Justin Simmons tag. He shouldn't go anywhere. That guy is going to be the new heart and soul of that defense once Von Miller leaves. So, you got to have a guy like that does everything right. Pass coverage, run stopping. He does it all. And he does it excellent.
Sorry, so since we're being homers and stuff, like I will say that I'm surprised that Keanu Neal or DeMonte Casey has not gotten tagged either. That's surprising to me because we let Rico we cut Rico Allen. So I mean, and Jalen Hawkins didn't play too much last year. And when he did, it's not like he was extremely productive. So why would you not want a veteran safety back there to kind of shore up that back end, especially when you know you're going to have a young secondary? You've got Terrell, AJ Terrell going into his second year, Sheffield and Isaiah Oliver. Still, to me, just they're not super. They're not super productive just yet. And I think they're going to need veteran presence back there in order to help, right? And so, like, for me, I'm surprised that they're going to allow these guys to test free agency. I hope that we can at least bring back Keanu.
All right, real quick before we get to our next session, one of the guys that I didn't have any big tags that was surprising to me. I'm sorry, any non-tags that wasn't surprising to me, but there was one big tag that surprised me, and that was Marcus Williams getting tagged by the Saints. They have the worst than the Eagles. Eagles is second worst. The Saints have the worst cap room, and they went and franchise tagged a player.
You need to hire me as a GM.
Whoa, what are you guys doing? I mean, like, maybe they're confident that they're going to get the long-term deal, but even then, you don't never know
or
how it's going to go. So it's like,
or expect some major cuts, one or the other.
All right, they already started.
And they already there. Yeah,
they already did.
He was already gone.
Or Drew Brees does in fact retire.
That's the thing, though. That's because
Or restructure.
that's another thing I was gonna say. They don't know. They don't know if he. They don't know if he is on the contract, and they don't know if he's gonna come back. Like,
I'll be like,
so unless they know something we don't know, that's interesting situation right there. So keep in mind the salary cap is down 189 mil from 192. So veteran cuts and non-contracts are gonna be common this year. Yes, they are. And Johnny says worst tag of the season. I totally agree, and strictly because of the cap situation. So interesting. That's very interesting. We'll see how that goes. So keep an eye on that, guys. But we're gonna go into my favorite session of this right now. This is a little game show I came up with called Name the Free Agent Game. And guys, this is how it's gonna go. I'm going to spill out a free agent name. And guys, if you're in the comment section and you want to participate, you can as well. Start getting some guesses in. I'm gonna name a player. I'm gonna give you his position. I'm gonna give you some facts about him. These guys are gonna have to buzz in. So we got the buzzing app right here, and whoever buzzes in first get to put their guess in. If they get it right, they get to choose where that player is gonna go. So we're gonna keep a little tally on what score is going. I got a little tally thing right here. We're gonna get right into it with our first player. So hope everybody's ready for this. Before we get in, Johnny says, yeah, the Saints have the scissors out. Have the scissors out. Yeah, they do. They're gonna need a couple of scissors for that team. But let's get right into it. All right, we're gonna get into our first player. So this player is a wide receiver. Let me put this. I'm gonna put this. Get the timer ready as well. So this player is a wide receiver. He is he is named in this song. Some people call him an entertainer, and he had a great rookie season. All right, Avery.
So you said he had a great rookie season this year, or just period?
When he was a rookie.
Juju Smith-Schuster.
Ding ding ding. All right, he got Juju. So Juju is correct. Avery, who you got him going to?
I think he stays in Pittsburgh. I just feel like they kind of know him well enough, and I'm not certain if teams want to take Juju right now if they don't know him well enough to know if they're going to be able to reel him in, because he's obviously still young and very, very, like you said, entertaining and different things like that and trendy. So I think it's a situation where with Ben coming back, I think that you want to have a veteran quarterback and with a veteran receiver, a receiver that he trusts, and so I think they bring him back.
All right, awesome. All right, our next player. Here we go, guys. You guys ready? All right, this player is a quarterback. Some people call him Mr. 30 for 30. All right, we got Coach. Who you got?
I already know who that is. Mr. Jameis Winston himself. Mr. Blind Man. Mr. Interception King. Mr. Pick Six himself.
I was Carson Wentz this year. Excuse me.
All right. So, Jameis Winston, where does he go? So it really depends a lot on what Drew Brees is going to do. But I have a feeling Drew Brees is actually going to try to return. So if that is the case, Winston to Houston. Winston to Houston. That is going to be his most likely opportunity to be able to start right away. As a confusion with Deshaun Watson, no one is going to know what to do. So they're going to have that starter.
Chicago.
Hey, listen. Hey, guys. It's his turn. You got to let him choose the team. You cannot intervene. It's his team. He decides. So Darren got it. If you want to, you got to be faster. You got to be faster. You got to click it faster. All right, let's clear the boards. And we're going to go to our next player. This is another wide receiver. He is 6'3", 209 pounds. A first rounder. First overall pick in the fifth overall pick in the 2017 draft. Coach. Who you got?
Are we talking Mr. Corey Davis here?
Ooh. Ooh,
we're talking Mr. Corey Davis here.
Come on, I like it.
Hey man, listen, you gotta be a little bit faster. You gotta be a little bit faster. But Corey Davis, hey, he had a good season this year. This was his best season, career year this year, as he's on the contract. And to be honest, I think he stays with the Titans. I don't think they want to break up what they have there with a Derrick Henry on one, with Derrick Henry in the backfield, Tannehill at quarterback, and the two outside big guys of A.J. Brown and Corey Davis. So I see him staying with Titans. They're making their cuts. They're already cutting Justin Coleman. So, hey, they're trying to make the money for him and edge rusher.
Let's see. Yeah, he had a breakout year. So we'll see. He had 945 yards, 5 touchdowns was the best he did. He showed a lot of promise. He had a couple of injuries. I think he went on a COVID list a couple of times this year too. So we'll see how he does.
Was against us.
Yeah.
Over 100 yards, I think 8 catches. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Next player. Here we go. Clearing the board. We got quarterback. Now, this quarterback played at Harvard University. Darius, he got it in.
Magic, come on. Man literally played for like 20% of the league. Ryan Fitzpatrick. It's crazy, man, because I heard rumors that he was talking about contemplating retirement. But I still think he has a little bit of football left to play, even if it's not as a starting quarterback. He can definitely bring that veteran leadership, that mentorship to a younger quarterback. Kind of what he did with Tua. So wherever he decides to go, I think he stays in Miami. For some reason I just love him. I love him in Miami. I think he can help Tua. And we know Ryan Fitzpatrick is like the greatest week 1 to 3 quarterback in the league. And then after that, it's a little shaky. He picks it up, but I definitely think he stays in Miami just to help keep mentoring Tua in that aspect. So
nice. All right. Let's get to our next one. All right, clearing the board. Here we go. We got another receiver. We got a lot of receivers in here. All right, here we go. This receiver is a 6th-round pick out of Central Michigan.
We're sick of speaking about this man. Antonio Brown, people, come on. Y'all don't know y'all players. I know my players, man. I know them.
I was right behind you. You just got the buzzing fast and then I did. I mean, I was right behind you.
We gotta
Quick hands.
We out here cheating, man. We out here cheating.
He just came ready. He ready. He's ready.
Listen, I'm on point right now. My players know I'm always ready. But Antonio Brown, the only place he's going to be ready, Tom Brady's side. So he's going back to the Bucs. He's going to take that lesser deal to go back and try to repeat. The guy is known as a problem for most teams. For the last couple teams he's went to, he's been an issue. There's been off-the-field things going on. But for somehow, when he went to the Bucs with Tom Brady, he kept his mouth shut. He played. And that's all they need him to do. So, Buccaneers.
All right. We're gonna clear the board again and get to our next player. I'm scared that coach is gonna get this one again, but we'll see. Y'all gotta be quicker, man. You gotta have those Twitter fingers ready, man. All right, here we go. This is a DB, 5th-round pick out of Stanford, known for his. Oh, coach. All right.
Hey, the Mr. Lawman, the creator, basically, of the Legion of Boom, Mr. Richard Sherman, people.
There you go.
Mr. Richard Sherman.
You got it.
Man, listen. Richard Sherman has a couple options, honestly. The guy, yes, he may have lost a step, but he's still one of the better corners in the league, especially when it comes to technique and coverage-wise. He knows what he's doing. He's smart. And in the right system, he can still play very well. So, surprise here, people. I don't know if people may think it, but Oakland Raiders.
Oakland
Raiders, where he can reunite with, I believe, his defensive coordinator or his secondaries coach, who is now the coach there, running that same cover 3 for them. So, hey, put him on his side, let him work. They need the help in the secondary anyway. He can be that leader. They don't have one yet. That's where he needs to be. Oakland Raiders. I'm sorry.
That's a good
Las Vegas Raiders. Las Vegas, baby.
The Raiders.
All right, we're gonna clear the board. All right, I'm gonna switch it up a little bit. I'm not gonna go with the school first because I feel like coach is getting in there a little bit. So
he got the players, the free agents listed.
He probably does.
Oh no. See, I just know the guys, man.
Hey man,
the guys.
He's on point.
I knew it was Richard Sherman. You just quit.
All right, let's get to our next player. All right, this is a running back. All right, now he's a 3-time Pro Bowler. Avery.
I'm going to take a stab here and say Aaron Jones.
Wrong. All right, so all right.
3-time Pro Bowler. Are we talking Todd Gurley here?
No. All right, Darius, you have a chance to steal this. If you get this, you get 2 extra points.
Oh, I know it.
Running back, 3-time Pro Bowler.
What are you looking at, Darius? You're taking too long. It's back to me.
I don't know. Go ahead, Avery.
He doesn't go back to Avery. This is around the wash.
Leonard Fournette. I think Jerome is frozen, guys.
He is.
I don't know.
3-time Pro Bowler? Come on.
3-time Pro Bowler.
Nah, that's not Leonard Fournette.
I'm taking stabs. Off the top of my head, like thinking of
3-time Pro Bowler.
Wait. Just wait.
We're back. I know who
you're back.
Who's back? Was it Leonard?
We're back. Okay, we're back. All right, hold on. All right. We're gonna clear the board. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna clear the board, right? You got one more chance. I'm gonna give one more fact. If this person gets it, get 3 points. So that means if Darren gets it, he's gonna be in a huge lead. But if either Avery or Darius get it, they're gonna tie Darius. All right. So here we go. You ready? One more fact. Put your hand on that buzzer. Get ready. He has a rap career. Avery.
All right. So you said he has a rap career. Running back.
2, 1. And all right. Who's next? Coach.
Le'Veon Bell.
It's Le'Veon.
I thought it was
Le'Veon Bell.
Wait, I thought it was
rap career. I knew it.
I thought it was
I knew it
Le'Veon.
once he said rap career.
I thought it was Le'Veon. Once you
no.
said rap career, I was like Le'Veon, but I was like, wait, is it Le'Veon that has a rap career?
Le'Veon thought he could rap, people. I remember this because that was one of the biggest stories about his all season when he wasn't playing. Oh, Le'Veon's trying to rap now. Oh man.
Right. Yeah. All right. The next couple of players is gonna be worth 2 points each now. So we're gonna.
Y'all gotta catch up at this point, man.
Okay, Darren.
Y'all gotta start catching up with Darren. Each of y'all only got 1. Darren got 7 right now, so he's in. But you can't still catch up. We got a couple more players.
He cheated.
All right. The next player is a edge player. He's out of Camden, New Jersey. Went to Temple University. Darius.
Hassan Reddick.
Edge player.
Hassan Reddick.
You lucky. Oh man. I knew it. That's my
One
boy right there. 12 and a half.
Reddick.
Listen, 12 and a half sacks.
I couldn't remember his last name.
Come on, man. That boy was a beast this year.
Fun fact,
They need to
Hassan
re-sign
Reddick,
him.
he's actually a part of my fraternity, so that's how I know him. Number 1. Number 2, I definitely think I would love to see him stay in Arizona. I think the pairing with JJ, obviously you get a guy like JJ Watt. You got Chandler Jones on the other side. You put Hassan Reddick back in there. That Arizona pass rush could be one of the best pass rushes that we have in the NFC in that division, and then just in the NFC in general. So I would definitely love to see him stay Arizona just because of the addition of JJ Watt and what they can do on defense, especially if Kyler Murray struggles early on in games. That defense can help carry them to some wins this season.
And in the pinch, he can play linebacker.
All right, so let's get to our next player real quick. All right, this is going to be a tight end. You guys ready? 86 career touchdowns. 5-time Pro Bowler. Went to Arizona. 4-time Super Bowl.
I can't believe it took me this long.
Wait,
He
it
went
took
to
you
Arizona.
long.
I was mad at you that long.
The legend, Rob Gronkowski. People, I don't know how it took me this long.
I don't know why it took
He
that
has the
long.
most. People, come on, man.
Honestly, as soon as I say 5-time Pro Bowl, I thought I had it. I was like, oh, wait, nobody said anything.
No, when I heard Arizona, I'm
you
like,
said
oh,
When I
that's
heard Arizona, I'm like, okay,
Thanks, Rob.
okay, there we go.
My mind can get off Greg Ocean, but I'm like, wait, he just retired, so it's got to be somebody else. And then as soon as I was about to say Rob, he clicked the buzzer. I was like, that's cool.
Listen, it was either going to be Jared Cook or
He
Rob
can't play no
Gronkowski.
more.
That's only two.
Where do you think Gronk's going, Darren?
Where else is he going? He's staying at where he's at. He's not going nowhere. You think he's leaving Tom? He came out of retirement for Tom. He's not leaving Tom. Come on, people.
Okay.
I got to stop playing.
All right, next player. We're going to do a couple more, and then we're going to close it down. So let's get to the next player. Clear off the board. Here we go. This guy is an edge rusher. Former first-round pick. 49 career sacks. He also has a rap career. He was injured most of 2020, and he played at South Carolina. Avery.
I'm gonna take I got two guys in my head right now. I don't know if this person has a rap career because I don't follow him that much. But I'm gonna go with Jadeveon Clowney.
No.
Oh,
Darius.
I was going to say Jadeveon. I was going to say Jadeveon Clowney. That's my answer. I don't got nobody else.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Oh, I have no clue on that one.
All right. All right. So I'm gonna clear the board. I'm gonna give y'all a huge clue, and whoever gets it will get 4 points instead of 2. Real quick. All right. So get ready. This player currently plays in the state of California. Avery.
All right, so I'm gonna go with my second guess here. I just don't remember him to go in South Carolina. Leonard Floyd.
No, he went to Georgia. Any other guesses?
Oh, Melvin Ingram.
Melvin Ingram. Yeah, he's all right.
Wait. I thought he got a contract.
No, he did not.
He
He's
did.
gone.
He is a free agent.
So he didn't get a contract on Hard Knocks?
Nope.
Nah. He is a
There
free
were
agent.
contract discussions,
Yeah.
but it broke down, unfortunately. That's why they need somebody to replace to help with
That's
Bosa.
right. It was Bosa who got the contract,
Yeah.
and then he was
That's gonna have to get his this year. Yep.
Game over.
Threw me off. That's what threw me off. I was like, I'm sitting there like, wait, because when you said a California team, I thought Melvin Ingram. I'm like, now he got his contract already.
I was so certain it was Jadeveon Clowney. Once you said South Carolina, I was like, Jadeveon Clowney.
I forgot he went to South
They said he
Carolina.
got it wrong. I was like, yeah, I don't know.
The 49 sacks would help me remember Melvin Ingram because he had at least 3 good seasons where it was basically double-digit sacks.
The rap career thing, that also is what threw me off from the Le'Veon Bell joint, because I was like, I just remember watching somebody trying to rap, and it was Melvin.
And he's in his 30s. I believe Melvin Ingram is actually about to hit the 31 mark. So
Yeah. So we have Melvin Ingram going.
So I don't see Melvin Ingram actually re-signing with the Chargers, unfortunately. But I do feel as though, because they need the help, they need it very, very badly, they're going to be willing to give him a shot for a 1-year deal. Atlanta Falcons.
Bring him in. He says,
listen, pair him with J.D. Garrett and Dante Fowler. Dante Fowler might actually produce finally for him.
All right. Yeah, we'll see. All right. We got 2 more players. We're going to do this. All right. This one also is going to be for 2 points, and then the last one is going to be for triple the points. So that would be.
Darren can't answer it.
All right. Here we go, guys. So somebody still got a chance to win. Darren, y'all can still catch up to Darren. That's 8 possible points. I can still catch up to him. So here we go. This player. All right, let me clear the board. Hold on, let me make sure.
Thank you.
Quick, my
Still
bad.
looking at buzz thing.
All right, here we go. This player used to live in Philly. He played at FIU. I'm sorry, he is a tight end. I'm sorry, he is a tight end. Used to live in Philly. Plus that played at FIU, which is Florida International. Had 7 touchdowns in 2020. So he was a fantasy sleeper. We got Coach.
Oh, wrong one. It's not Robert Tonyan. I'm sorry.
Nope.
Right, Robert Tonyan had 10. Y'all good. Y'all can have this one. I got the wrong guy. Go ahead.
Is it Juno Smith from Tennessee?
Ding ding ding. He got him. Juno Smith. Nice. All right, where do you think?
I'm coming back, Darren. Where I got him going, I'm gonna be a homer just because we need a tight end. Bring him to New England, where everyone says he's supposedly supposed to come. He's a red zone target, something that we've been missing since Gronkowski. He is really good with the ball in his hand, especially in open field. Bring him to New England and let Belichick and Josh McDaniels experiment with my man Smith. That's all I'm saying.
I actually would not hate that. I would not hate that.
It's his cousin, by the way.
It's his Johnny. It's his cousin. It's definitely his cousin.
Definitely cousin.
That trivia question right there. All right, so Darius with 5, Darren with 14.
I'm coming back, Darren.
Avery with 1. We're gonna actually make it 10 points. We're gonna make it 10 points. So Avery, you can still play. You still in here, but we're gonna make this 10 points. So Darius still have a chance to win. Darren, you can just wipe everybody off the planet. 10-point game. Here we go. This one might be a little easy, by the way. So get your hand on the buzzer. I'm gonna clear the board. Here we go for the last one. Get ready. Y'all ready?
Mm-hmm.
He is a cornerback. 8-time Pro Bowler. 28 career interceptions. His last name used to be Johnson. And here's the big clue right here. He played at LSU. Oh man, coach.
Is it Patrick Peterson?
Patrick Peterson.
Oh, is it Patrick Peterson?
Patrick
Come
Peterson.
on, people.
Patrick
Come
Peterson.
on, people. LSU. DBU. People.
I didn't know.
DBU.
I didn't know his last name used to be Johnson. I learned something new today.
I knew about the interceptions. I knew 8-time Pro Bowler. There's only one guy that's going to do that. Like it gotta be Mr. Pat P. LSU confirmed it though. But Pat P.
You got Pat P.
Pat P is going to lead the Cardinals, people. He's leaving the Cardinals, and I feel as though he goes to a young team. I feel like he chases the money this time. Jets.
The Jets. I think tail end his career going to the Jets. Wow.
Jets. He chases the money, not a ring.
That's disgusting.
Aaron, how you not gonna be the one to answer the Brown question?
I just didn't want to interrupt my guy Darius. That's disrespectful.
I appreciate it. Even though you cheated, I appreciate it.
All right, so Darren is the winner by a long shot.
Mic drop.
So Darren, as your reward, you get 5 minutes of fame. You can talk about anything you want. 5 minutes. You can rant about anything. It's all you. It's your show. Darren. I'm scared to say let him go.
Hashtag
gave him 5 minutes
before he goes. Hashtag.
It have to be for 5 minutes, but
hashtag
5 minutes. Oh my gosh.
So Darren, you're the winner. You could go. Go ahead. Get your little spill on.
Hashtag 350.
All right. So first off, shout out to the boys Latin football team. First scrimmage tomorrow. My guys is ready. We ready to go. Central, please be ready because we coming with the pain, people. It is what it is. Shout out to my guys. We coming for that dub tomorrow, people. It is what it is. All right, had to do that. I love my guys, man. Gotta love them. But let's get down to the nitty gritty. First off, thank you. First off, Deshaun Watson, let my man go. Why y'all holding him hostage like this? I'm sick of this. I'm sick of it. I'm sorry. Let the man go. He told y'all once. He even told y'all twice. Being nice about it. I'm not that nice. Let my man go. Dak, congratulations on your deal. Jerry, you stupid. Because you did all that just to pay the man and give him what he wants. You sound stupid to me, Jerry. I'm sorry. It is what it is. Next. This is for you, Jerome. Jalen Hurts, and a hot take right here, people, will help the Eagles win the division. Jalen Hurts will help the Eagles win the division. Not too far in the playoffs. I'm saying that. But we all know the NFC East is the NFC least. And if Dak Prescott and that defense does not get better, watch out. I like Jalen Hurts, people. And last but not least, I got to give my shout out to my Ravens. Lamar, Mr. L Boogie, L Freaky, Mr. Big Trust himself. Want to get that new contract, people. We're going to get that new number one. We're going to get that pass rusher. And listen, D, we good, baby. We good. Super Bowl or bust next year, people. You can sip all your tea. But just understand, hashtag 350 will be back next year. Lamar, when he gets his weapons, I'm calling it again. If he gets a number one and we would re-sign Willie Snead, hashtag 350 first game. Yeah, calling it now. I'm all about my guys. I'm lucky I ain't wearing my Ravens hoodie today, man. Listen, I normally got the Ravens swag on, but I tried to be nice for him today. I tried to be nice for him. Also, last but not least, hey, shout out to my old team, man. I gotta love these guys. Shippensburg University, my Red Raider family. Listen, congratulations on the great season y'all had last year. And hey, thank y'all for giving me the opportunity to coach. Thank you, Mr. J.C. Morgan, head coach from Millersville, for showing me everything I need to know in this coaching game, man. Hey, I love it. Gotta love it. And what?
Oh, please. No, don't do that. Come on, Johnny, don't do that.
The only
Johnny. Here we go.
Super Bowl.
The only thing that made sense that you said, Darren, was Melvin Ingram to the Falcons.
Oh, baby.
All right. Well,
give me a whole 5 minutes.
All right, Darren, your time's over. Let's give Darren a hand.
Hashtag never again.
Hashtag 250 always.
Well, guys, this was an incredible episode. I love this game show. We'll probably run it back another time. Again, this is great. Hopefully, I try to give you guys some simpler questions next time. So, guys, if you came in and you enjoyed the show, Johnny laughing because he said don't do that to him. But thank you, everybody that's in the chat room, for being in the chat room and checking us out. Everybody haven't seen us before, make sure you check us out every Thursday at 6 o'clock. Also, make sure you check us out on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor. We have all types of great interviews. We just got a big interview, which was Nico Collins out of my Michigan team. So go check that out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts. We got tons of other draft players that we're interviewing, and we got a couple of guys in the works that I'm not going to talk about now, but we got some big names coming out. So definitely check that out. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. Also check out our YouTube channel. Make sure you like and subscribe on that, because you get to see all our other podcasts, all our player interviews on there. We got gaming on there. We got draft analyzing from our draft analysts. So make sure you go check that out. Just search Inside the Hatches, and also check us out on all our social media and Inside the Hatches on Facebook, on Twitter, and on Instagram. So go check that out. It's Inside Hatches on Twitter. So make sure you go check that out. Also, thank you guys for all chiming in with us, man. We had a blast today, and we can't wait to see you guys next week. before we get off, any closing words from the other two contestants since they didn't get a chance to talk? Real quick.
Like I said.
Oh, if y'all want to go, big trust, baby.
Like I said, man, the Bill Belichick Revenge Tour starts March 17th. Mark your calendars. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, he had it better.
I'll just say this. I love my Falcons, but watch out for the Rams.
Okay.
That's it.
That's it?
That's it.
Hey, shout out to Juan, man. We miss you, Juan.
Miss you, Juan.
We'll definitely see you in the future, man. Hopefully you get back on. I don't like doing this hosting stuff. I just don't.
The one and only Juan Pablo Ganico Margo.
Juan. So, guys, we thank you guys for checking us out, man. We'll see you guys next week. So make sure you check us out. And we are out, and we bring back the horn. Let's go. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for checking us out, and we'll see you next week. Peace.